A man named Bob called me. He wanted me to take a look at his 1934 Ford, and he told me a few things that raised kind of some suspicions, but I said, sure, we'll help you out with the car. Unfortunately, when the car arrived, we came to realize that it actually isn't a 34 Ford. It looks a lot like one, but it's really sort of a zombie of a 34 Ford. There's no metal in the car. It is a completely fiberglass built kit car. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say that I'm not real happy with the overall build quality. We've got a lot of hurdles to jump over with this car. Still broken?
It's getting better.
At this point, Chris is getting involved because the doors now finally close after just countless hours of redesigning and cutting and fabricating and welding. We actually got the doors to close, but the latch release mechanisms are so poorly built that the door won't open. So Chris has decided to get involved.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yep.
I'm going all the way. All right.
Okay, the top one ain't even closed.
No, the top one's not closed, but the bottom one's all over it.
Let's take it out and turn it on the lathe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Here, you want to hit the latch when I...
Is it up or down?
Down. There it is. Yeah, it should take two people to open the door.
Imagine doing that if the car was on fire.
God almighty.
You'd be, you know,
Yeah.
you'd have to watch someone burn.
Yeah.
Because nobody on the outside is, you know, they're gonna pull, right?
Right,
That's
right.
gonna be natural.
Well, the first thing I do is look.
They're gonna grab on this and they're gonna pull, and it's never gonna come
Let's
off.
go yank the mirror off.
No one's gonna know. So what you gotta do
I know.
is push on
Be like, where's the door handle? But it's under the running board.
All right, so you're gonna turn the bolt,
Yep.
grind the hinge.
Yep.
May God have mercy on the soul of whatever this is.
Look, look. If I get this door to work,
We're done.
we will.
We're sending the car home.
Yeah, kiss her goodbye. There was a reason the fiberglass wasn't giving up. And it's because it's got a big chunk of steel in it. Then this must be the hole in the bird cage that's underneath the fiberglass.
I'm always a little bit leery of kit cars, but normally they can be fixed. In this case, there are some things done on this kit car that are really in sort of the unfixable range. Like for instance, the door hinges were welded to the car. Now, unfortunately, when they're welded and the doors don't close or open correctly, it's really hard to do an adjustment on a weld. A lot of things were done on this car that I fundamentally disagree with. And just to get the hood to open and close and the doors to open and close, things that you would say are clearly obvious and normal things on this particular car, that's gonna take an effort bigger than any door or hood effort I've ever seen on any car in the history of the company. This is going to be a lot of work.
At some point when you're growing up, you learn to go fishing. This is what you do with some of that talent. Not that I was a very good fisherman anyway. It's the first latch, right? Second latch. Boink. That's money right there, baby. That's just past perfect.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah.
All right, we still got a couple issues.
Okay.
That needs to touch up, but listen. Hear it? Hear the second? Open the door. You'll feel that secondary catch. Feel it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so,
Gotcha.
but look at that. That door
nice.
actually closes. All right, open the other door.
Still hitting?
Yep. So we're close.
I guess we're just gonna have to cut the panel down.
We do. As he said to,
At this point.
remember what he said to Monica Lewinsky or Jennifer Flowers? He said, close but no cigar. No, what are your thoughts on the car? You drove it this morning.
Yeah, it actually drives really nice. compare.
I'm glad it does one thing well.
Yeah, I said compared to, you know, all of the other problems we've had, just functionality problems, but driving wise, you know, it stops good, runs good, steers
Okay.
straight, all that sort of stuff.
Brakes?
Good brakes. Yeah, it's got
All right.
electric brakes on it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
so it's got good-
the guys did
Yep.
pretty solid work mechanically.
Yep.
All right, so couple final detail things, and then let me ask you your question. What do you hate about this car right now?
The red wheels.
Me too. I hate them. I mean, they're so out of place on this car.
They were at least black.
If you could take some Walmart black, flat black, and paint them, and this car would look better.
Yeah.
Okay, so you deal with the final touch-ups. I'm going to get a hold of the client, and we're going to see if we can deliver us a car.
Okay, sounds good.
The biggest challenge to this car is the fact that it's not a car. People think that kit cars are cars, and I'll just give you one example, just this door that I'm touching. The original car had a release mechanism. It had factory hinges, which actually kept the door closing straight, and a latching and release mechanism that worked fairly solidly. When this car came in, you had to have a couple people help you just to get out. And if you didn't know the trick to tell those people, like in an accident sequence, if you'd been stuck in this car and people came to help you, they'd pulled on the door, you could have pulled on this car with another car and still not open the door because it would have jammed it harder. So one of the things we had to do, which I'm going to press down with my thumb, and the door now opens. That was 2 days of work. I mean, every bit of 2 days of work. We had to redesign the entire release mechanism, redesign the hinges, redesign the seals that went around it. We had to do everything on this door to make this happen. Now you look at it and you go, oh, it opens and closes well. On a normal car, that happens in a matter of minutes. On a kit car, that's days worth of work. So my strong suggestion is that, number one, we need to divorce the words kit and car. Just call them kits, because I would argue that a kit car can only become a car with a ridiculous amount of time and money thrown at it. Look, we had to throw a lot of money at this car, and all in the form of just hours and hours of redesign work. We couldn't take one part from the right door and transfer it to the left door and actually have it work. Every single thing on the right door is different than the left door, and vice versa. Getting the interior in this car, when it arrived, it literally looked like a really bad trailer that had been sort of put together with glue and duct tape, and now it actually looks like an interior. But in a real car, that would have been done in a week. In this car, it was 3 weeks worth of work. So everybody thinks that if you buy a kit car, it's going to be cheap to fix. I'll tell you that you are easily 3 times the price of a regular car when you buy a kit car. So only buy a kit car if you're willing to spend a lot of money after the fact. If you're not, don't buy it. Oh, actually, I'll say one more thing. Buying a kit car is the very, very cheapest thing you will ever do with a kit car. After that, it's all big money. All right, let's get it just a quick wipe down. Like here, see, we got dull areas right there? Yep. So let's get clean, buff, touch up in that order. So at this point, Chris finished up his work. Colin still had some more work to do. I had some more work to do. But the car is finally ready to go home. I'm just hoping that the customer understands that when this car goes down the road now with doors that open and close, a hood that opens and closes, a carburetor that starts the car, a key that does what it's supposed to, brings the vehicle to life and shuts it down, and seats that fit in the car with seat belts that actually go over the body. I hope he understands that that was anything but a simple task. This has been the kit car that almost broke my company, and I talked to my lead from the trim section, and we've agreed it is the last kit car we'll ever bring into the company.